Hello again, everyone. Toby Burrell and Joe Holt here for tonight's volleyball action as the Lady Devils host Blue Ridge tonight. Swain coming off a 3-1 win at Rosman on Tuesday. So a big win for our Lady Devils to move to 4-2 on the season. More importantly, 1-1 in Smoky Mountain Conference play. The Bobcats in tonight at, I think they are 1-3 coming in tonight. So we'll see how this works out for our Lady Devils. Getting ready to get underway here from Swain High School. As I peek out the doorway there, Joe, there's some sunshine outside. So we survived the 8 hours of straight rain and moved into a sunny phase for just a little while anyway, which is a good thing. So the Lady Devils will open with, see if we can give you the lineup there as you see them on your screen. Number 30 hit over in the corner there is Taylor Collins. 20 is Michaela Reardon. 22 Ashton Yance. 8 Brett Patillo. 3 Caitlin Anthony. And 24 Grace Cabe for the Lady Devils. And Alyssa Smith in the odd-colored white jersey will report for action in just a few moments. I would love to give you the name of Bobcats, but I have a roster, but they have no numbers. So I can just call out some names and hope those are right. Here's an attack on that side by Aunt Patillo, and she got that one up and down. So Brett Patillo with the first kill of the night. And it's 1-0 Swain. And just as I mentioned, Alyssa Smith into the lineup to serve. Bobcats looking to attack now. That goes off the Cabe block, but she's able to save it. Reardon takes it over. And now the Bobcats will set themselves again to the outside, push deep. Smith is there, needs some help. Yance can't get there. Now Reardon will have to save it, can't. And it will be a point for the Bobcats. Scoreboard is not caught up to the action yet. We have it at 1-1 here in the facility. They do not have it at that. So now that one's over the net and works out fortuitously for the Lady Devils. That one's dumped over by the Bobcats, so it's tied back up at 2. Last time we saw these Lady Devils, they were on their heels as the Robbinsville Black Knights played attack from the time they walked into the gym until the time they left and took a surprising 3-1 win from our Lady Devils. The Bobcats looking to repeat that process to the middle of Cave. She goes up and over. Now Blue Ridge will look to try to get it over. They do, right in a good spot as Yance is in trouble, and that one does not make it over. And so right away, Bobcats with a lead. Serve up and out. And now for Patillo will be Kenzie Eagleman to serve it. Serve up and over good and hard by Eagleman. Now the Bobcats will still try to attack. No, they free it out of there. Smith's got the pass. Reardon with the set. The outside to Anthony. Cross court. Bobcats play it. Now they've got a chance to go back. It's back row. Eagleman with a good pass. Now back set to Yance on the outside. Yance goes cross court with it. And here comes Reardon to Yance to Cabe, and Cabe does not get that one over. So just like that, Patillo will check back in for Eagleman to play the back row. Bobcats to serve it 4-3. They have their largest lead of the night at 1. Just underway here from Swain High School. This is game 1. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you being a part of the Maroon Nation and all the Lady Devil action. There's a service error by the Bobcats, tied back up at 4. Cabe to the service line now. Collins moves to the front row to join Anthony and Yance to form an entire sophomore line at the net. Cabe serve, back row and deep, and she's got an ace out of that one. So Grace Cabe getting on the board with an ace, giving the Lady Devils the lead back at 1. That one's over. Blue Ridge to play it now. Be to the middle. They go out and attack. That one's not over, so Swain up by 2 now. And it will be Cabe again with the serve. Up and over to the middle. Close to the net. It's up and over the net. Patillo with a pass. Reardon with a set. Collins in the middle. She hits it. Picked up on the back row by Blue Ridge. Now Blue Ridge will have to take it over and deep. Cabe's got it. She races to get it. Reardon sets outside to Anthony. Anthony across the line. And now Collins and Anthony fight over the loose ball at the net. Blue Ridge plays scramble and gets it across. Reardon will set the offense again. Back set to Yance. Cross court. Blue Ridge plays that one back. Cabe's got the pass. Reardon set to Collins. She stands and drives it and finds a hole in the Blue Ridge defense to give the Lady Devils their largest lead at 3. So Taylor Collins on the board. And Cabe will continue to serve. It's 4 in a row for Cabe and a jinxter. It's kind of like talking about free throws in basketball when you're calling a game. You can't talk about free throw percentages or you'll jinx somebody. Bobcats to serve it, trailing by 2. Game 1 of this best of 5. That ball is not going to make it over. So Lady Devils still with the lead. Ashton Yance goes to the back row to serve. Michaela Reardon moves to the front now for the Lady Devils. That one does not make it over. So a series of service errors by both teams, and that one's back up to a 2-point lead. Blue Ridge serving again, and another service error. So we are in a bevy of service errors. Let's see if Caitlin Anthony can stem this tide right here and get one in. Something neither team's been able to do on the last couple of serves. She does, and does an ace at that to give the Lady Devils a 4-point lead. We got a timeout, Blue Ridge. They're going to talk things over here early on. It's 10-6, and we want to mention to you that tomorrow night, the Maroon Devils will be in Hendersonville to play North Henderson. So you can get all the action starting at 7 o'clock on the Maroon Devils Network, as well as WBHN, who will carry the game also if you want to listen to it in the Bryson City area. If you're watching around the globe, then the MaroonDevils.com is the place for you to be to catch that one full and live with a call from Gary Ayers and Rod White, starting at 7 o'clock with the pregame and 7:30 for kickoff from West Henderson. 10-6, Lady Devils in the lead here early on, and Swain with a big win Tuesday night. We talked about it, that they got a big win over at Rosman, a very difficult place to play regardless of what's going on, what sport you're in. But in the sport of volleyball, it is definitely a tough place to play. The Lady Devils went over there and took a 3-1 win from the Tigers, and it was a big win for Swain, and now they're looking to add to that with a win over Blue Ridge here. Then they will go to Highlands on next Tuesday, and we'll be back with you with Andrews in town on that Thursday, 1 week from today. So Blue Ridge looks to attack now. They probe a little bit, go to the middle. Anthony with a great pass to Yance. Yance outside to Reardon. Reardon a little long with that one, and it's off the back line, and it will be point for the Bobcats. 10-7 now, as you see on your screen. Bobcats serve is up and good. Reardon saves it. Now Cable stand and drive it, and drives it into the net. So back to 2 for the Bobcats after Swain had stretched it to 4. In earlier action tonight, the Lady Devil JV team won 2-0 over the Bobcats for their 3rd consecutive win after opening the season 0-3. So good job by the Lady Devils junior varsity team. And now a lot of scramble volleyball out on the court. Collins punches over, and Blue Ridge looks to attack again. They go outside. That one's cross court. Cave's got it. Great pass to Yance. Back sets to Patillo. Drives it cross court. Nice save by the Bobcats. Go over on 2. Now Yance will do the same. She goes back row and gets that one down. So Alyssa Smith will serve it now. She walks into that one, and that one's up and over deep. Alyssa Smith, one of the most trusted service folks that Swain has. Cabe finally gets on top of that one, but it's out of bounds. Grace struggling a little bit from the attack line, and now it'll be Bobcat serve. That one's up and over deep, and they let that fly, and it's out. So far, both teams trading mistakes early on in game one here. Michaela Reardon to the service line for the Lady Devils. That one's up and over. Good spot for it. Dug out of there by the Bobcats. They will have to free that one over. Anthony steps into the pass. Reardon will set it outside of Patillo and cranks that one up and down. So Brett Patillo with 2 early kills here for the Lady Devils. She hammered that one home. Reardon back to the service line, steps into that one. She's got it up and over, almost an ace out of that, but a pass over on one, and now to the middle to Cabe, who finds the soft middle. Patillo has to save it. Reardon with it. She pushes it deep. That one's all the way down the line. The Bobcats can't do anything with that, so Swain opens up a 5-point lead now in this first set of the match. Reardon back to the line again. Michaela's up and over with that one strong. Bobcats with a decent pass out of that. Now they get a little bit of attack. Anthony steps into the pass. Set middle to Cabe, and Cabe again continues to struggle a little bit from the hitting line. So the Bobcats set to serve. That one's short. Dug out by Anthony. Reardon can't pick it up, though. And that will be an ace for the Bobcats. So they've cut the Swain lead to 3 now. And we got an out of rotation on the Bobcats there, so it'll be Swain point. Quickly up is Eagleman for Patillo to serve. Up and over by Eagleman. The Bobcats hammer that one over right at Smith. She's got it. Reardon pulls it out of the net, and Yance has to push it over. Outside to the Bobcats, cross court to Smith. Another dig by her part. Cabe in the middle. She hammers that one. That one's in. So Cabe making waves there, and she gets on the board with her first kill, and a nice pass by Yance on that one, I believe it was. So Eagleman will serve it again with the Lady Devils at their largest lead of the night at 5. Good serve from Kinsey. Now the Bobcats run into each other. Let's see if they're all right. Errant pass, and they're not going to be able to get to that one, so it turns out good for the Bobcats, and it looks like everybody's all right after they ran into each other. Patillo back in for Eagleman now. We're 16-12, and the Bobcats back at the service line. That one's hammered. Anthony digs it out nicely. Swain will have to free ball that one over, though. Now the Bobcats look to attack. They go to the outside, push down the net. Anthony's got that. Reardon's got it back, goes back outside to Anthony again. Caitlin is good for that one, and she puts it on the floor. And now Cabe will go to the service line. Oh, it's a good spot by Grace. She's got another ace on the night. Swain up to a 6-point lead here behind Cabe with her second ace of the evening. Back to the same spot. They try to push that one over to no avail. So Swain now with a 7-point lead here in the first of best of 5 set from Swain High School. Grace Cabe sets to serve again. Good hard serve down the line. That one gets over. Collins has to push it. Now it's errant, and it's up in the rafters, makes its way over. So Patillo with the save, and now it goes back outside. That one's short. Collins tries to pass to Reardon outside to Anthony, and Blue Ridge pulls that one out. Yance with it, right back to Collins. Collins stands and can't get that one over. So the Bobcats break service here, and we're back to first pass. Good hard serve, and that'll be an ace from our unidentified Bobcat player, number 1. She will go back to the line again. That one is a little short. And Swain is at 20, the magic number. Ashton Yance goes to the service line. So Ashton will serve it. That one's up and over, and we're out of rotation. So Swain is out of rotation. And now Coach Kayla McMahon getting an explanation from the up official. So let's see if we get that straightened out. It will be Blue Ridge's serve now, with the Lady Devils up by 5 in this one. That's hammered, and it'll be out. So Swain with the serve back now. Caitlin Anthony moves to the service line. Up and over by Anthony. Bobcats go outside. That one's hit deep. Anthony's got it. Yance comes back and gets it. Collins stands and drives. That one's hit deep, and it will be out. So 7-point advantage for the Lady Devils now. And the sophomore, Anthony, will serve again. Good hard floater, and that'll be an ace for Anthony. Her second of the game. Caitlin had a great effort at Rosman on Tuesday, playing some of her best volleyball of the season. It's good pass, good set. It's hit. Anthony plays it. Collins saves it. Now Reardon will stand and drive it, and Blue Ridge will look to do it all over again. So Swain now at game point of this first set, looking to put this one away. That one's deep. And now the Bobcats will have to scramble a little bit. They'll free ball it over. Let's see if Swain can attack. Cabe, Yance, Collins, dug out. Let's see if it's in, and it is not. So Collins gets that one down, and that'll do it for set number 1 as the Lady Devils take that one 25-15. We'll be back with set 2. So we're back for the second set of Blue Ridge and Swain tonight. The Lady Devils taking the JV game 2-0, and now they're up 1-0 in the varsity contest after a 25-15 win in set number one. Getting ready for set number two. It'll be Caitlin Anthony to start things off serving-wise for the Lady Devils. They start with the same six they did the first game. Anthony, Cabe, Yance, Collins, Reardon, and Patillo. We're not intentionally trying to slight the Bobcats, but the roster that we have has no numbers on it. We got plenty of names, but no numbers, so it's really hard to tell you who these folks are. Sorry if you're a Bobcat fan. And so right now, Ashton Yance getting an explanation from Brett Patillo and the official as to out of rotation call in the last set. So now she is positioning herself accordingly to what she is told there, and we are ready for play. So it'll be the sophomore Caitlin Anthony to serve it up first for the Lady Devils. That one's up and over, and an ace by Anthony. So Caitlin picking right back up from Tuesday with an ace to start set number two for the Lady Devils. Anthony will toe the line again, up and over. It's floater deep, played by Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge looks outside, tries to get a set. That's deep. Cabe plays it. Now Yance will set it. She goes to the net to Reardon. Reardon's up and over with that one, and she's going to get herself a kill. So good job by the setters on that one, working well together. Reardon with a kill and Yance with an assist. Anthony back to the line. The floater up and over, and that'll be another ace for Anthony, which will be her fourth of the game. So she sets herself with a couple of dribbles, steps into the serve, hits it hard and over to the back corner. Does she have another one out of that one? Yes. There's another point out of that, and it's off to a 4-0 start. Blue Ridge is going to take a quick timeout after this hot start behind the serving of Caitlin Anthony. These Lady Devils up 4-0 already. They've taken game one 25-15. And want to remind you to keep track of everything going on in the Maroon Nation. If you'll subscribe to maroondevils.com, you'll get all of the news in your inbox every morning. So you can catch up with everything that's going on around the Maroon Nation. That's maroondevils.com and subscribe. You can also go to maroondevils.com and click on the Watch Live tab to watch tomorrow night's football game. Obviously, you figure that out if you're watching us here tonight as we do Lady Devils volleyball. So we're set to go again. It'll be Caitlin Anthony from the service line. She's done all the work so far from the service line. This is her fifth serve. Blue Ridge has got this one. Let's see what they do with it. It's pushed over. Cabe struggles to get there, but does. Now Collins in the middle dinks it over. And the Bobcats have to go back outside down the line. Reardon's got it. Yance pushes over. And that one's picked up by Yance. And the Bobcats look to attack. It'll be free ball, Yance to Patillo, who will set Collins in the middle. Collins takes a run at it. Good dig right there by the Bobcats, but they can't get it. And Taylor Collins will have a kill, her third of the night. And Brett Patillo with a good pass out of that. And now Caitlin Anthony will serve for the sixth consecutive time. Anthony up and over with that one, and another ace out of the sophomore. Her fifth of the match so far, including the first set. Hard to the middle. That one's going to be close. Reardon plays it, but can't do anything with it, so that'll break Anthony's serve, give the Bobcats the serve back here in set number two. See if they can make some hay. It's a 5-point Lady Devil lead. Serve is up, and it's back deep. Cabe's got it. Yance hustles to get it. She goes outside of Patillo. She stands and drives it. off the net. The Bobcats have it. This one's close to the net. Collins loses that one. Reardon's got it up and over. Nicely done by the Lady Devils. Now let's see if they can get into attack mode. Yance with the pass. Back sets to Patillo. Patillo up and deep, but that ball's out. And so all of that goes in the ledger of the Bobcats, despite some inspired play by the Lady Devils. Good hustle on that play. Now the Bobcats serve it again, cutting into this Swain lead. Patillo with the pass. Yance has got it outside of Patillo again. She dinks it over, pulled back out of there. Reardon's got it now. Back to Yance, up to Patillo, who has to push it deep. Now here comes a chance by the Bobcats to attack again. That one's over the net and down for the Bobcats as they've cut this Lady Devil lead in half now. As we mentioned in the opening, the Lady Devils 4-2 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. The Bobcats 1-3. We'll have more on that in just a second. That one's pushed over by Reardon, and she's going to get a kill out of that. And so now to the service line will be Alyssa Smith. That was over and deep. Bobcats, nice pass out of that. They'll attack and go hard at it. Nicely done by Blue Ridge to get a point out of that. Smith could not get there, and the Swain lead is still 3. So the Bobcats to serve it. That one's up and over. Anthony with a good pass to Reardon. Reardon outside of Patillo. Patillo deep with it. That's close. Cabe's got it. Yance sets Cabe back in the middle, and Cabe drives that one up and down. So Grace Cabe starting to hone in a little bit now after struggling a little bit in game 1 to be able to get the ball down. Now Reardon to the service line. That one doesn't make it over. Which has been kind of the theme of the night. Both teams struggling getting serves over. And so the Bobcats substitute and will now serve it fresh into the game. That was close. Smith gets that one right off of the ground. They got some splinters in her knuckle on that one. Cabe with the set. She drives that one. Reardon, nice pass, and Grace Cabe put that one away. And now Kenzie Eagleman in to serve for Patillo. Eagleman goes to the opposite corner to do her work. Here with a 4-point advantage for the Lady Devils as she enters. That serve is up and over. The Bobcats get that pass near the net. It's off of the Cabe block and down for the Bobcats. And now Blue Ridge to serve it. Set back to Smith. She gets her balance off and unable to get that one across, and it'll be back to Blue Ridge as they've cut the lead now down to 2. Good hard serve. Anthony can't manage that one, and we got an ace for the Bobcats, who have now cut it to 1 at 9-8. That one's up and over. A floater. Smith's got it. Reardon hustles to get there. Now Yance punches over, and nobody's there to set it. So that's as close as the Bobcats will get on this one. Collins back in as Cabe goes to the service line. Grace with 2 aces in game 1. Her first serve coming up here in set number 2. That one's up and over hard, a floater. Now the Bobcats will get an attack out of it, but they can get nothing. And so the Lady Devils score off of it. And Cabe will go back to the service line again. Good hard serve this time by Cabe. Good job by Blue Ridge to sit with it. They get it over. Reardon's got it. Yance will set it to the middle of Collins. Collins up and over with it. And Taylor Collins is having herself a good night, being aggressive with that. And she has her 4th kill. Ashton Yance, by my count, 6 assists. I'm not sure I'm official in this, but nonetheless, the dirty version of it. And that'll be an ace for Cabe. And now Lady Devils up by 5 in this one. They've led by as many as 6 in this second set. Cabe with a runner. Now the Bobcats with it, a chance to attack. They go deep. It doesn't make it over, but it's going to go anyway. You could see that in high definition if you wanted, but it didn't make it. And now the Bobcats still after it, and they will not make that one over. So it goes to 6, equaling the biggest lead of this set. Biggest lead of the match so far has been 7 for these Lady Devils. Cabe to serve it. Good hard serve. Nicely played by the Bobcats as they will get this ball over. Now Patillo with the pass, Reardon with the set outside to Anthony, and Caitlin Anthony with another one. She puts that one down. And it's up to 7 now, the Swain lead. So Grace Cabe back to the service line as the Lady Devils have now doubled the score at 16-8. Largest lead of the night for either team. Bobcats look to attack right here in the middle against Collins' block, and that was cut too finely and will be out. And it is now 9-point advantage for the Lady Devils. A sub coming in to try to stem this tide of service. Grace Cabe is on. Cabe over with that one hard, and it is out. So the Bobcats to serve it now. Their serve is on the way. Patillo with a nice pass to Yance in the middle, outside to Anthony. She goes down the middle for that one. And Anthony with another kill. And this time it'll be Yance at the service line. Lady Devils in complete control now, matching their largest lead of the night at 9. Yance cuts that one. It'll be over and out. Swain up to 10-point lead, and we got a timeout Blue Ridge here. The Lady Devils have their largest lead of the night at 19-9. As we return to action, it'll be Ashton Yance to serve it. Ashton's up and over with that one, and that's going to be out. So Lady Devils now with an 11-point advantage. Substitution by the Bobcats. And Yance will continue her service here. 11-point bulge, largest of the evening for either team. And that's a knuckleball by Yance, nicely played, but nowhere that it's going to go to help Blue Ridge out. So it's up to 12 now. Yance with another knuckleball. Nicely passed by the Bobcats. Back outside, they go over. Cabe with a dive to get it over, and the Bobcats can't push it back. And so the Grace Cabe save, that wasn't easy to say. Grace Cabe save will push the lead to 13 now. Behind Yance's serve, which is up and over deep. Blue Ridge has got it. They will push it over And let's see if the Lady Devils can attack out of this. Yance with the outside set to Reardon. She goes down the line. Nicely done by Michaela Reardon, her third kill of this second set. And now the Lady Devils lead it by 14. And look to close out the Bobcats here in game 2. Yance up and over with a floater, and that's going to be a ace for the sophomore. And now the Lady Devils are at game point here in the second game. So Ashton Yance will serve it now. Up and over, good and hard. The Bobcats look to attack a little bit. They get the Lady Devils caught in the rotation there. Collins hammers that one, and it's out, and that will do it for the second set. Lady Devils win that one 25-9. We'll be back with the third game in just a minute. So we are set to get underway with action here in game number 3. Best of 5, so obviously the Lady Devils win this one. They will have won the match for their 5th win of the season. The Bobcats need to win 3 in a row here to avoid dropping to 1-4. Blue Ridge has played Andrews, which they lost 3-0. Rosman, which they lost 3-0. Put Asheville School to a 3-2 loss, and then defeated Victory Christian 3-0. And then returned against Hiwassee Dam to lose 3-1. Lady Devils, as you know, have defeated Pisgah and Franklin to open the season and lost a heartbreaker to Smoky Mountain 3-2 before dropping Hiwassee Dam 3-0 and then losing to Robbinsville 3-1 and then winning 3-1 last Tuesday at Rosman. Lady Devils on the board first. It looked like a Michaela Reardon kill. To be honest with you, I was looking down. I hope that is the case. There's a good serve by Sis Smith, and that's going to be more points for the Lady Devils off the Smith serve. 2-0 to open with here. So Smith floats that one to the back row. Nice pass by the Bobcats who go over with it. Cabe blocks it, but it's a scramble now. Yance goes outside to Reardon, who tips it over the middle. They get it and are able to pass it back over. Now Anthony has to dash in with a save. Yance pushes that one to the back row, and it'll work out. And so Smith will serve it again, swaying off to a 3-0 start. Last time it was 5-0. Smith steps in, passes it. Yance sets it to the middle to Cabe. And Grace continues to struggle a little bit getting the ball over on the attack. So now the Bobcats will serve it, trailing by 2 here in the third game. 25-15, 25-9, your scores in the first two. And that one sails just out for the Bobcats. Michaela Reardon will double back and serve now. Yance, Patillo, and Cabe on the front row. Reardon a good top spin serve. Bobcats have got that one too close, and Yance peppers it back. And now here come the Bobcats trying to get it over and cannot, so Swain will extend that. And we got a sub. It'll be, looks like Mae Duncan will check in for Michaela Reardon. Duncan will serve and play some on the back row here and set a little bit. So Duncan, a senior, sees her first action in this one. It's fresh off the bench. Good serve up and in. And the Bobcats will get that one over free. And Anthony with a pass now to Duncan. She sets short to Cabe, but Cabe gets a hammer on it all the way to the back line. And now the Bobcats will struggle to attack and are unable to. So Swain is up by 5 here in set 3. Mae Duncan back to the service line again. She's up and over with that one. And the Bobcats attack. It's off the block. Duncan and Patillo scoop it off the floor, and Patillo is able to salvage it off the Cabe pass, and that one doesn't make it over. So we're up to 6 for the Lady Devils here behind Mae Duncan serves, and she will go to the line again. That one is up and over. Good hard serve, and it's over on 2 here. Duncan will now set it. She backs up. Cabe short sets, hammers that one in across the line there. Nicely done by Grace Cabe. Maybe that short set is what she needed to get herself going. And we got a quick timeout by the Bobcats here. As they take time, we'll take it with them. So to open up play again here, the Bobcats will substitute, and it will still be Mae Duncan at the service line for the Lady Devils, who now lead it by 7. Good pass from the Bobcats. They push it over. Now Duncan will set. She goes outside to Patillo, and that one's in the net. So it will be a service break for the Bobcats, who will substitute here. So the Bobcats serve it. That one's up and over. Cabe pass to Duncan. She centers under it, finds it. Patillo drives it back and gets a kill out of that. And an assist for Duncan. Patillo will check out. And Kinsey Eagleman checks in to serve now for the Lady Devils. Floater to the back. Blue Ridge will look to attack it, and they get caught looking on that one. And Eagleman will serve it again. Good hard serve this time. Pulled out of there by the Bobcats. It's over on 2. Duncan has to pass it. Yance pushes it over. And that one's over the net. We got a net violation on the Bobcats. It's nicely played by Anthony there. And we're up to 9 as Eagleman continues to serve. A good hard serve right down the line. And Kinsey's got herself an ace out of that one. Nice job by the sophomore. Extends the lead to 10 now, as many as 14 in game 2. Eagleman, a good hard serve again. Now the Bobcats look to try to attack. They go outside, have to push it over. Smith's got that one, pass to Duncan. Duncan goes outside to Anthony. Anthony goes middle. It's picked up. Now there'll be a battle at the net. No, there won't. So it goes to an 11-point lead. And Eagleman up with that one and almost lands that one right in the back of Caitlin Anthony's head. So Patillo checks back in for Eagleman, and the Bobcats will have the serve. Back row of Anthony, Smith, and Patillo now. And that one hops over, and it's in. That was a crazy hop, but it managed to find its way in. We got a sub checking in. Let's see, Nicole Woodard will check in for Yance on the front row. As Woodard sees her first action of the night. 13-4 your score. Bobcats serving it. Smith can't get to that one, and the Bobcats will have themselves an ace. So Blue Ridge back up to serve it again. The Lady Devils up 2-0 in this one. This is the third set. If you're just joining us, thanks for making us part of your evening. And that was tough to get to. And again, another ace by the Bobcats. So let's see how the Swain defense adjusts here as they've cut this lead to 7. Was 11 at one point. Bobcats to serve it again. This one up hard. Smith got this one nicely dug out outside to Cabe. Cabe goes cross court with a kill. And that stops that run. And Cabe will now serve it. As Collins checked in for Smith. Cabe, good hard serve to the outside. Bobcats have got it, but it's going to have to be free balled over. Collins has to pull it out of there. Now Duncan goes outside to Caitlin Anthony, and Anthony puts that one on the floor to make it 15-6. Back up to a 9-point bulge as Cabe hammers that one across. Duncan has to play it. Now Woodard will set it. Collins has to push it over. And now they will play it over right at Duncan again. Woodard has to save it again, and Collins gets it up and over. So nice job by Taylor to get that one over. And the Lady Devils stretch it back to a 10-point lead behind Cabe's service. So Cabe will serve it again. And the Bobcats look to attack out of this. They stand and drive that one across court. That one's going to be close, so Duncan has to push it. Now Anthony goes ahead and puts that one away. And Kendall Jones will check in for Patillo now. And Cabe will continue serving as it's back up to 11, the largest this lead's been in this game 3. And just as I say that, I jinxed Grace into hitting that one in the net. So 17-7 your score now, 10-point lead for the Lady Devils, and the Bobcats will serve it to a line of Cabe, Jones, and Anthony with Duncan hid in the back. That one's short. Can Woodard get to it? She can, but that's all she can do, and it will be a point to the Bobcats. And so now Blue Ridge will serve it again. That one's hard at Jones, just into the game. Good pass to Woodard. Collins has it in the middle. She pushes that up and over. Duncan saves that, but can Anthony get it? She cannot, and it will be a point to the Bobcats. Yance quickly off the bench, and she'll get Nicole Woodard. So Ashton Yance back in this contest now, and the Bobcats will serve it again. That one's over hard and deep. Jones with a great pass to Yance. Outside, Anthony cross court. Pulled out by the Bobcats. Nicely done. Now they will attack to the soft middle, and they get that one down. There's nobody's there for the pickup over the top of Collins, and it will be 10-17 now, a 7-point lead for the Lady Devils, and the Bobcats continue to serve it here. Blue Ridge has not led in this contest since early in game one, and that was only by 1 point at the time. There's a floater. Kendall Jones has got that one. It's over, picked up by Collins. Yance gets it, but can't get it steered back towards the court for the Lady Devils, who are now only up by 6. They've seen their 11-point lead dwindle down. Bobcats set to serve it again. That one's up and over. Jones with a pass. Good one to Yance. Yance has got it up in the air. Collins back rows it, and the Bobcats scramble to get that over. Jones with a pass, steps into it. Duncan sets it back up for Collins, floats it to the middle, and now the Bobcats will look to attack again on a volley. That's cross court. Cabe's got it. Duncan races for it, finds it. Anthony goes cross court. Well played, and now the Bobcats come back again. Best volley of the night so far. And that one went straight up. Nobody could find it. And the Bobcats again with a point. It's down to a 5-point lead. But a good volley that time by both squads. That serve is up and over. Jones has got it. Good pass to Yance. Yance goes outside to Anthony. Anthony off the block. And the Bobcats going to be able to get that one over right to Anthony. She's got it to Duncan. Duncan goes back outside to Anthony again. Nicely done. And the sophomore puts that one away to stem the tide. And so Yance will serve it now, with Swain leading it by 6. That's going to be close. Collins goes up and hits it, but it goes off the top of the net and out of bounds. Reardon checks in now for Duncan, as Yance will set and Reardon will hit on the front line. We had a substitution coming in, so that serve's not going to count. They'll get to do that one over. So the Bobcats have subbed in and will now do it all over again. And here it comes. Good hard one. Cabe's got it. Yance pushes it over. That one's hit. Now she'll set, back set to Anthony. She stands and drives it. It goes over, and the Bobcats will have a chance of their own now. Anthony will have to set. She goes back to Collins, who can't get that one over. And it's a 4-point lead. So the Bobcats set to serve again. That one's up hard, and Cabe's got it. Yance finds it nicely. Reardon tries to tip it over and can't. So now the lead has dwindled down to 3, and the Lady Devils, Coach McMahon has seen all she wants to see. She takes a timeout, is going to light into her team now with the score 18-15 in set number 3. Again, join us tomorrow night for Maroon Devil football as the Maroon Devils travel to North Henderson to face the Knights. North Henderson, a 3A school from the Henderson County, and it should be an exciting night for Maroon Devil football. Weather's supposed to be a little iffy, and we're going to do our best to bring that one to you the best way we can, depending upon the weather. So make sure to join us or come on over and make the trip to North. It's just inside Hendersonville there. An easy drive for you. Get dinner and come on out to the stadium, support the Maroon Devils. It should be an exciting night of football action. And that one's deep and out. And the timeout worked its magic, and now Jasmine Littlejohn will check in for Kendall Jones. to play on the front row. Caitlin Anthony to serve it. She goes up and over with a little side spin on that one. And the Bobcats trying to get an attack out of it. They do, but Cabe's there. Pass to Yance, back set to Littlejohn. She goes cross court, it's hit. So Jasmine's going to come away with a kill on that one. Nicely done for Jasmine. And now it will be Anthony to serve it again. And that one's in the net. So the Bobcats get the serve back. And they trail it by 4 here in this one. We got a sub coming in for Blue Ridge. The Lady Devils will employ a back row of Anthony, Cabe, and Littlejohn. Up front is Reardon, Collins, and Yance. The floater, Cabe's got that. Yance has to track down the pass, and Anthony helps it along by getting it across, and now Blue Ridge will do the same. Anthony steps into a pass. Yance has got the set. Collins tips it over, but right to the block. And now Blue Ridge will push it back themselves. Cabe's there. Yance goes outside to Reardon, who goes up and over, almost under the net, but is able to recover and set herself. And that one is in the net. Good volley by both teams there. 3-point lead for the Lady Devils now, as they are looking to put this one away in 3. There's a floater. Cabe with a nice pass to Yance. Yance outside to Littlejohn. She goes to the middle. The Bobcats have got it played, and they go over with it. That one is out. Oh, it's called in. And so it will be in. You have the liberty of being able to rewind that and see out or in. I, of course, could not tell. And now the Bobcats will serve it. Brett Patillo back in for Littlejohn. That one's floated over. Cabe's got the pass. Yance has got the set. Reardon with a hit to the back row. Bobcats scrambling. Cabe answers. Yance sets to the middle and Collins. Bobcats scrambling again. Here come the Lady Devils. Collins with it. And it will be a point for the Lady Devils. In comes Smith, out comes Collins. Smith up and in with it. Lady Devils need 4 to close this one out. And there's one of those 4. That one's up and over, and now the Bobcats look to attack. Smith digs that one nicely with a great pass to Yance. Yance to Cabe, and Cabe drives it hard. Dug out of there by the Bobcats. That's off the block. Reardon digs it off the floor, but can't save it. Good hustle on the play, but the Bobcats doing a good job of digging that Grace Cabe attack right there, and now they will serve it, looking to cut this even closer. Their serve has been strong here in game 3. Reardon to set it. She goes to Cabe in the middle, hammers that one down, dug out again by the Bobcats. Pushed over. Cabe goes back with it to the back row. Bobcats have got it. Good scramble defense in this one by the Blue Ridge squad. That one goes outside to Reardon, and she's got that one up and down. So Reardon with the kill puts the Lady Devils one step closer in this one at 23-19, and now it will be Michaela Reardon at the service line. That one's up and over hard, and it is out. Nope, in. My bad. Called in by the up official. He had a better view than the down official. So Reardon with her first ace of the night will go back to the line for match point here. Ladies Devils a chance to win this thing on this play, and they do. Nicely done, and that will do it for us here at Swain with the score 25-19, 25-9, and 25-15. Lady Devils take the win here tonight. Appreciate you joining us from Swain High School. We'll be coming your way for volleyball action next Thursday. We'll also have Maroon Devil soccer on Wednesday, 6 o'clock, so tune in for that one, as well as Lady Devil volleyball on Thursday. So stay tuned next week for all of your Swain High action.